Hello there, buddies, and welcome to the buddy vlog. I'm trying to drop the bit that usually in buddy vlogs I tend to say welcome to this week's buddy vlog, despite the fact it's not a weekly thing. I'd like it to be a weekly thing, but there's not a lot that really happens for me to talk about. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, as you'll see by the title of this, I haven't actually decided exactly what the title is right now, but it's going to be something along the lines of looking to improve myself, or a better me, or something like that. Basically, the idea is that I've had a lot of issues basically throughout my life with my body. I've had issues with things like depression and things like that as well, which I don't think I've completely fully discussed it, but I know I've hinted at it or made mention of it before now. And part of the reason why I have body issues, other than I don't really know. I just have things. I hate the way I look. I hate my face. I hate my body. I don't like it, and I just try to ignore that most of the time. But one thing that doesn't help is that when I was a teenager, I was really fat. I was really big, and I got teased and I got bullied about that, along with other stuff. And as a result of that, because it was my own fault. As a result of being so big, I wanted to lose weight. And at a certain point, I finally did something about it. Now, the problem is, what I did about it was I stopped eating. I gradually lost a bit of weight at first. This was around the turn of the millennium, and I started losing it gradually. But then I really hit in on a depression, and I became anorexic, and I just stopped eating. And that kind of rapid weight loss just is not good, and that's left me with basically, I'm not going to show, but basically it left me with what people consider to be like loose skin. Apparently it's not. Apparently it is actually a form of fat that is just really hard to get rid of, and unless you're someone who's really overweight, like the kind of people you see who need like mobility scooters to move around and things like that, when you're that kind of size and you lose weight, it often means that you have to have surgery to remove the excess skin. I'm not that bad, but I'm basically, it's something that's bugged me for a while, and it's just something that I've kind of lived with and just carried on not liking about myself and all this. But I've thought about it for a while, about trying to do exercises. Anytime I've tried to do exercise in the past, it's like a fad thing. I do it for a couple of weeks, and then I'll miss a day, and then I won't. I'll miss another day, and then I won't do it again, and then I just fall out of habit. But I've been thinking more and more recently about actually joining a gym or something like that, and I'm actually going to do it. I've decided finally that I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to join my brother a couple of times a week. I'm not going to go completely mad. I don't want to get big muscles or anything, and I'm not going to be doing show off vlogs of going, look at this, I'm completely ripped now, because I don't give a shit about that. I've never given a shit about that. If that's something that any of you guys ever want to do yourself, or it's something you're interested in, that's fine. I've got nothing against it, but I don't care myself. And I keep saying a lot. I really need to get out of that. I'm going to be joining my brother a couple of times a week to see how it goes, and hopefully improve that kind of thing. And another thing about it is that this is my life, essentially. What you see here is me, because you guys know I work from home. I sit at this desk and work for the majority of the day. Well, I'd say for the majority of the day I'm here, if not all day. I'm just in here doing work, and when I'm not working, I'm doing my hobby, which is this. And then aside from that, I go and spend some time with my family. I don't really go out very much, and I definitely don't get any exercise. So I'm really wanting to try and turn that around. It might turn out to be a fad thing again, and I really hope it won't, because I really want to fucking do something about this. I've been trying to change the way I think as well, because I've talked to a few people on a website called 7 Cups. It's a fantastic place. If ever you have any kind of problems with depression or anything like that, you can go to this website and talk to anonymous people who are there just to help you talk through things. And I spoke to a few people on there because I've lived with going through depression like a kind of roller coaster. It comes in and it can last just like a day or a couple of days or a couple of weeks or a couple of months. And I've lived my life just assuming that it's something that once you have, it's something you just live with and learn to deal with. And it's only through talking to people on there that I've found out that it's not a way that you have to live the rest of your life. There are things you can do to change how you think and how you handle things, and you can get out of it. So that's something I've been working on myself, and it seems to be going pretty well so far. Just doing it by myself, but I am ready for when if I drop again, I am ready to just go straight to a doctor or something and try and get extra help about it, because that's something I don't want to live with anymore. I'm 32 and it's just too much. It's just no. It's just too much. So I'm doing that with the way that I'm thinking, and I'm now hoping to work on something about my physical appearance. Hopefully will help the way I think about myself and my physical appearance. Hopefully will also help in general with my health, because again, I don't do any exercise. And it's not like I walk a couple of steps and I'm out of breath or anything, or I can't lift up a pen. I'm fine. I mean, my daughter helps with that because I play with her and I carry her around. I do get some form of exercise chasing her around the front room or something like that, but that's not enough. So I'm wanting to change that, and along with it, I'm going to have to, if I'm going to do it properly, I'm going to have to change my diet. My diet is something, I don't think I've ever brought this up before, but I don't like eating. It's another thing that goes all with my whole mentality about me, and I'm completely aware of this. It's just something I can't shake, and it's something I've tried to shake and I can't, or I haven't been able to in the past. I don't like eating because every time I eat I feel guilty, and it just makes me feel fatter and makes me feel worse about myself. By the way, all of this I really don't want or expect people to be turning around and going, but you're not fat, you look fine, and just giving compliments and things like that. It's appreciated, but that's not what this is for. This is just letting you guys know what's going on with me at the moment and what I'm hoping to do. And maybe if it's something that one of you guys are having similar issues with, maybe it'll give you a thought of maybe something you can do. Maybe I've just realized I've said maybe like 6 times. But yeah, changing my eating, because my diet basically consists of no breakfast. I'm lisping a little bit as well. No breakfast. I'll take a drink, that might help. No breakfast. I tend to get hungry just before midday, and what I'll have on most days is soup and some bread, or beans on toast and some bread. I like bread. Which bread isn't good for you at all, especially for like wanting to lose weight. But that's what I have. And then if I have anything else, I might have like a bit of chocolate, or if we got a bit of cake in the house, I might have a little bit of cake. This is it later in the evening. Or I might have a piece of toast, and that'll be it. That's usually my thing. Sometimes it is a little bit more, sometimes I gorge compared to my usual diet, but that's it. But I know that in terms of doing this thing properly, of like exercise and trying to improve the way my body is, that you have to try and keep a certain level. I was talking with my brother about it, and he was saying that it's something to do with your proteins. You got to keep it at a certain level for the ideal metabolism throughout the day, which means having breakfast. It may mean having a snack before lunch, and then having tea as well. And it's all like sensible foods as well. And it's something you got to think a little bit more about. You can't just go, well, my breakfast, I'll have a fry up. and then I'll have some chips for lunch, and then I'll go out for a McDonald's for tea. It's not that kind of thing, but it means I'm gonna have to eat sensibly. I hate doing air quotes, but because I know that I don't eat right, but I hate the way I feel when I do eat, and I'm sorry that I'm not looking up at you guys when I'm saying all this, but it's just something I feel really stupid about, but I'm wanting to talk about it. I'm wanting to share it. It's something that's going on in my life, and it's something that I want to do. These vlogs are kind of for. Hence vlog, basically. That's what it's about. I'm letting you guys know what I'm doing, if you're interested at all. And it's a sharing thing, and it's something that I hope might help someone else. Like I say, if you're going through something similar, then it might be something that you go, actually that's a good idea. Or I see this guy's doing it and it's working. Hopefully it's going to be working. It's something that I plan on updating you guys on as I go through. Again, I'm not going to be like going, here's a 6-pack, here's me totally buff and shit, because I don't care about that, but I'd like to do updates. I'd like to let you guys know how it's going. And yeah, hopefully it'll be something of help or interest to any of you. So yeah, feel free to let me know if this is something that any of you guys have had issues with and you found ways of helping it. If there's any information you guys know that I don't, because like I said, I'm just going into this now, and it's something I'm going to be trying, and I really hope it works, and I hope it helps, because I've just had enough of being the way I've been my whole life. Yeah, that's something for another day. The whole depression side and everything else is something that I've meant to talk about for a long time, and I've just kept putting off, because it's hard to put yourself out there. But yeah, anyway, that's going to be what I'm doing. Another thing I was going to ask, this is just a little completely different subject, just tacking on at the end, an idea that I've had, because I've never done it before. Possible Q&A. I've never done it before, so I thought I'd ask if there's any questions you guys have, and obviously would like for me to answer. Bit of a given, redundant statement. If you have any questions, feel free to post it in the comments. It doesn't have to be necessarily about what I'm going to be doing, like the whole subject of this, regarding the exercising and things like that. It can be about anything you want. Just feel free to ask any questions in the comments below, and then I'll do another video just on its own answering them, if there's enough questions. That's why I've never done it before, so I don't know, I might only get like one question. So if I just get something like that, then I'll just answer in the comments. Obviously, if I get a decent amount, then I won't be answering them. Don't feel like I'm ignoring them, I'm just saving them for doing it in a video. Yeah, that was a bit of a rant. That's what is happening with me at the moment. There's not much else I think I can talk about, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So yeah, hopefully it's interesting. I don't know. Thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Again, feel free to ask any questions below. There may be a video in the future on all that. So yeah, thank you again for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.